Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking BFT Paysafe. This is one of the most anticipated SPACs that there is. Over the past few weeks, I've made multiple videos going over this stock and why I'm so bullish on it. Now we're getting a dip down to the $15 level, and I'm very excited to be adding more to the portfolio. I didn't know if we'd get these levels again. Previously, it was anticipated we'd get this merger by the end of January, but it's looking like it's going to drag on a little bit longer. This is pretty good for us, honestly, because I do see this stock moving past the $20 to $25 range very quickly after the merger. There's going to be a lot of money flowing into Paysafe once this merger gets into place and once it actually is finalized. Paysafe's revenue is consistently growing and expected to almost double the first year. Before we get into any more content, I need you to do one thing and one thing only. Hit the subscribe button down below, leave a thumbs up, and make sure you turn the notifications on. I'm posting videos every single day, typically between 8 a.m. and then 11 a.m. Sometimes I might slide a third video in at the end of the day. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is actually take a look at the chart. If you look on the chart, we have this clear area right here that I have circled, this blue box being formed as well. This box is a pretty massive support. This is the 4-hour chart, so it's going to be more respectable than something like the 15 minutes, which is typically what we use on the intraday time frame. Now, what we're seeing too is some consolidation, as you see in that range. As we zoom in, you can actually see that we're sitting and holding that range pretty tightly. Now, I actually didn't get any buy orders here on Friday. I kind of wait till Monday to see how we react and kind of see what the market does. But the fact that the market is dumping and we're still seeing some positive reactions from the support is very, very good news. We're actually getting a pretty strong bounce from the area. The lows is actually like a 1490 range. So that's still very, very good. If you're looking for a short-term trade, this is what I would be looking for on the short-term side of things. I'd be targeting the 1690 range. We've already had multiple tests of this actual support touched, and so we want to see a gradual trend up. Now, we might see some spikes because I believe this company is going to do very well, and it's very priced kind of cheap right now. Now, there's another company I'm also excited about, so I'll be releasing that video later on throughout the day, so you can check that out as well. I believe that stock will be doing very, very well in the coming weeks, and it's going to receive a lot of volatility. The only thing you should watch out for is a potential crash or dump in the coming month, maybe. Talk about that one in a little bit. But back to BFT. As we look at BFT, not only reading consolidation on that support, as we zoom out a little bit more, we can actually see the OBV. We're kind of holding this trend as well. As we grab the brush, you can see we're holding this support right here. This is very good as well. We want to see an initial push though coming on the week. These are going to be pretty interesting coming into the beginning of February. I'm very interested to see what happens. Overall, BFT has been performing very, very well, and the fact that we're getting this price range again is very surprising to me. Once we get that push to the $19, $20 range, I kind of thought the run was really starting. I didn't take too much profits on my long-term positions on BFT because I'm a long-term holder on this stock. I believe this will easily be a $100, $150 stock in a matter of a year to maybe a year and a half. And I have been buying this stock originally since $17 down to $14.5 and then at $15 again, and now we're looking to get that $15 range once again. Is it possible that we dip below this range? Yes, but the reason why I'm so safe on this stock in my opinion is even if we dip, there is about a 90% chance we rise back up over the coming months or weeks. Okay, but why am I so bullish on this stock overall and feel so safe investing in it? As we look at the stock, there's two major players or the CEOs of both companies. SoFi is Chamath Palihapitiya, and we have Bill Foley and head of the SPAC over at BFT. This videos and look at the reports that I'm talking about. These are all new reports. I like to get new information just to keep you guys looking fresh on the actual news from these stocks. They're looking very, very positive. So just a little bit about them. Paysafe is an online payments company with international operation. It handles annual payments of over 100 billion due to the company's asset-light model. It has margins of 30% that look very healthy. Paysafe is growing very fast and expects a double-digit revenue growth between 2020 and 2023. The company expects revenues of 1.5 billion in the fiscal year of 2021, which brings its 2021 fiscal price sales multiple to a 4.5x based on the implied valuation of $9 billion. So as I'm saying, this company is a very fast growing company, which has me very excited about them. And the space that they're really working on is that gaming community. And what I mean by the gaming community is they're focused on the transactions with Fortnite, Roblox, Microsoft, and then other games as well. They're just some of the bigger ones that they're working with. And they're also working with the gaming industry on the gambling side with DraftKings and stuff like that. So there's tons of digital payments that they're focused on. They're not really focused on the everyday customer, but more working with companies that are dealing with the everyday customer, right? They're going B2B and not direct to retail. However, the one way they are going to be targeting retail is going through Coinbase, which again, they're using B2B because the Coinbase card will be going through Paysafe. So all transactions through that Coinbase card will actually be going through Paysafe, which is initially going through their company, which is going to really increase their revenue. So once the crypto and all these other stuff starts really kicking up, and I see more games and more companies coming to use Paysafe because that's going to be the hub and the number one provider for these game transactions, the growth is just going to continue to grow. A little bit about Bill Foley. Chamath, we all know all about him. Chamath runs SoFi and runs multiple other SPACs and is doing very, very well for himself. You can Google him. He's one of my favorite CEOs that there is. Honestly, most of his companies are absolute gold mines. Bill Foley started BFT. He's the chairman and CEO of Fidelity National Financial, Inc. Pretty important. And the vice chairman of Fidelity National Information Services. His net worth is estimated to be well above 500 million. BTC raised 1.47 billion in an IPO in August, and the SPAC is expected to raise another 1 billion in fresh equity. So needless to say, they're going to have tons of money and cash flow dumping into the company. I'm very bullish on Paysafe. The amount of free cash they're going to have on hand is absolutely insane. And at the end of this overall report, this is something that you really have to take into account when you're investing in these SPACs. Buying a SPAC before the merger is like signing a blank check. SPACs are known as blank check companies for a reason. The credibility of those launching the SPAC is very important. So let's look at these two companies that are going to be merging. Let's look at both of these companies that are going to be merging, right? We have BFT. He's the chairman and vice president of Fidelity National, right? And then on the other side, we have Chamath Palihapitiya, a serial entrepreneur who's doing extremely well for himself. You can look him up and get his credentials as well, who runs his company. Most companies he runs are doing very, very well. He also did a SPAC merger with Space Virgin Galactic. Look into them. It was very, very profitable. Both these guys are very trustworthy in my opinion. I have extreme high hopes for this deal and what it's going to be doing in the future. I think Paysafe has so much potential growth, maybe even 10x down the road. I'm talking 3-4 years to a $200 stock. This is just my opinion, guys, and that's what I'll be doing on the stock. That's going to wrap up this video. If you got anything out of it, make sure you hit the subscribe and that thumbs up down below and have the notifications turned on. I'm posting videos every single day, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Central Time. Yes, I have been guilty of posting some videos at AMZN and GameStop. Got a degen every once in a while, but for the most part, these are the trades that I'm taking every single day with our group, and then as well the long-term picks that I think are going to make us money in the long term. That's it for this video, guys. Have a good one. Namaste.